back here to the PM Show Weekend Edition on CRN Digital Talk Radio with the lovely Nancy and the handsome Larry Manetti.
Thank you, Michael Horn. This is a theme, of course, from Dallas that Barry Corbin was on.
Big time he was on that show.
Yeah.
Yes. Great show. Great show. I hear they're coming back, though.
Dallas is coming back. Yeah, they're going to do a remake. I wonder if Barry's going to be in that.
I think they started already.
Barry was also, wasn't he in like Urban Cowboy as Travolta's uncle or something like that?
And the Thornbirds and the Waltons.
And right now he's
Can we play all the theme songs of the things he's been in? So that
he's playing the father and the closer.
Remember we did that once?
Yeah.
But you know, most of all, Northern Exposure, I remember watching. That was a wonderful show.
It sure was. He's been in some great shows.
Can we bring him on? Because he's waiting in the wings right now.
Let's bring him on. You know,
the great Barry Corbin.
Okay, Barry.
Yeah, how you doing, Larry?
How are you, partner?
I'm doing well. How are you? How's everything?
Everything is wonderful. We're so happy to have you today. And I was telling everybody about you being a real cowboy and an authentic rider. You really cut cattle and everything, right?
Oh yeah. I don't do it too much anymore. I don't have time. You've got to ride every day if you're going to be competitive. So I don't have time to ride every day. So I don't do it too much.
Well, did you compete in the rodeos?
Sometimes.
Wow.
Mostly for charity events.
That's wonderful. Now, just to jump, I've got a question, because when we were mentioning some of your credits and Dallas came up, was Dale Robertson on that with you?
No, he wasn't. He wasn't in it when I was.
Okay, we know you were. You were the best thing on it.
Thank you. I had a recurring part. I was the sheriff out there at the ranch. So, if anything bad had happened at the ranch, I'd go arrest somebody.
So, hey, my wife is here, Nancy, and Michael Horn.
Hi, Barry.
Hey, Barry.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm great.
How you doing, Michael?
Doing great, Barry.
Barry, I love you on The Closer. What a great character. Great character. What a great show.
Yeah. It's I've got. I had one episode that was on last week, and then I've got another one coming up. I think after the first of the year.
Great.
But then after that, I'm done because they. I think they're going to change the format of the show some way.
Oh, are they?
Well, how's that possible?
Sure. Yeah, I think it's going off the cable network, and it's going to be on. I don't know, DirecTV or something. I don't know, something like that. It's going to be a specialized series or whatever.
Everybody's changing everything around.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't keep up with any of it.
And you've done a couple of movies with Tom Selleck, too, Larry's old partner.
Oh, yeah. I did, let's see, we did Crossfire Trail and Monty Walsh together.
Right.
And,
two great westerns.
Yeah, and he did a TV pilot with Ed Asner called The Closer, ironically. And,
wow.
I was on that, too.
Oh, I remember that.
I do remember
Yeah, that was short-lived.
Barry is in anything with the word close in it. That's what Barry likes to be in.
Yeah, close.
Now, Barry was also in War Games, which is one of my favorite films.
Neat show.
That was ahead of its time, huh, Barry?
Oh, it was a lot of fun. I haven't seen it recently, but I imagine it still holds up. Although the computers are different now, it would be look like kind of an anachronism now, I guess.
When I first saw it, scared me, as it did a lot of people.
Well, it scared me while I was doing it.
Hey, let me ask you something. Did you have to give Selleck any horseback riding lessons?
No, Tom's a pretty good rider. He does well.
Yeah? I know. Well, he's got a lot of horses on his ranch.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that he utilizes them.
Hey, Barry, how did you transition from, I understand you started with Shakespearean acting.
Oh, I started out doing a lot of that.
Now, how did you get into that?
Well, I studied in high school and college theater, so naturally one of the things that we studied was the classics, so I got very interested in it, and that's all I did for a while.
Well, that's
when I
interesting.
first got to New York, I went. First job in New York was at the American Shakespeare Festival in Stratford, Connecticut.
Right.
So I was up there 2 seasons, and my first Broadway show was actually a Shakespeare. It was Henry V.
Wow.
That's pretty neat.
Boy, that's a diversion from the horses.
Hey, did you ever really hope and pray that you could work with John Wayne?
Yeah, I would have liked to. There were several people that I would have liked to work with. I do know most of his family, but I never did have the privilege of meeting him. I know a lot of my friends knew him.
I know, because you fit right in that genre. I mean, Ben Johnson and all of that.
Yeah, Ben was one of my best friends there for the last 8 or 10 years of his life.
Now, is it true he started off as a stuntman?
He started off, he started off, his father was a foreman of a ranch in Oklahoma, and Howard Hughes bought a string of horses from him, and Ben's father put Ben and a bunch of horses on a boxcar and sent them across to Utah, and they unloaded out in the middle of the desert. Ben drove those horses across the desert by himself.
Wow.
And Howard Hughes offered him a job. He said, well, I knew, he said, I'm not real smart, but I knew that $100 a week was better than $25 a month in pounds. So I took the job and didn't look back.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of his. But a big fan of yours. So what's the movie with Ernest Borgnine? What was it? The man who Nancy was
the man who shook the hand of Vicente Fernandez.
Yeah. That's I'm looking forward to seeing that. I asked Ernie if he'd seen any of it. He said he'd seen little pieces, but he hadn't seen much.
So we don't have a due date, huh?
No, I don't think so.
I think they're still working on it. They're still editing it.
Yeah.
So you and Ernest Borgnine, that's going to be a real kicker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It ought to be a lot of fun.
Hey, Barry,
Larry plays my son in it.
That's right.
And very proud to do that.
Well, that was a good experience all around.
Barry, where did they film No Country for Old Men? Where did you film that?
My part was in Marfa, Texas. Most of it was filmed in New Mexico, but they were in Marfa, Texas for about a week, and I was the last shot of the time they were in that location.
I see. Wow. And of course, you are in the Texas Cowboy Hall of Fame.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they inducted me in there about 3 years ago, I guess.
You're a busy boy.
Oh, yeah. Jump around.
You do. That's great.
Hang in there, Barry.
Yeah.
We'll be right back. We're going to take a break.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, the great Barry Corbin is with us here on the PM Show Weekend Edition with the one and only Nancy and Larry Manetti here on CRN. The Manettis, the reality show of the new millennium, ladies and gentlemen, along with Larry's sidekick, Froggy. Barry Corbin will be back. You can call us at 800-336-2225, 800-336-2225. We'll also get to some of your emails today. The email address to get to Nancy and Larry Manetti, lmanetti, Manetti, at crni.net.